just wow. I mean, crazy how towards the end of this year, this film, I mean, technically it's supposed to come out in January, but I watched it. After watching Star Wars, I didn't think I would find another film that really just, got me just like, holy shit, that's just amazing. The Revenant does its damn job. Welcome everybody to Think About It Reviews, and we are talking The Revenant. Now this is directed by Alejandro G. Inorito. I don't want to, butcher his last name, but this is the guy who did Birdman. Okay, and if you saw my review on that, I said I didn't necessarily love Birdman. I didn't really care for Birdman like everybody else, but I said the strongest suit in that whole film was it plays like a play. It plays like a Broadway play, and the direction is just so beautifully handled in that film. So this is the same guy who did the Birdman with, Michael Keaton, and now he has the likes of Leonardo DiCaprio, Tom Hardy, Domhnall Gleeson, fantastic job by him, by the way. But not only that, Will Poulter is in this movie. The eyebrows are there. The kid from We're the Millers, the eyebrows are there, but he transforms in this movie as well. Man, this is based off a book, I believe. The screenplay is by Mark L. Smith and Alejandro himself. I want to put that out there because the script itself is simple. It's simple. A lot of things happen in this film, a lot of conflict, a lot of really, this guy has no luck, so to speak. But I want to say the script because they handle it beautifully. Alejandro knew what he was going to do when he came into this film. And man, I'm just like, I just watched it and I'm just blown. Like, I'm not going to watch this, I'm not going to watch this like 5 more times or anything because it feels lengthy. It does feel lengthy. It's like a 2.5 hour movie. You feel it, but you appreciate everything that went into it. Basically what you need to know, if you saw the trailer, yes. I mean, the trailer kind of spoils it for you. I mean, it is, but yet it still has a lot of surprises left, and it still has, it's crazy how this story, you would think going into it, is a revenge flick, because like the trailer says, we have Leonardo DiCaprio's character, his name is Hugh Glass. We have Tom Hardy, John Fitzgerald, and then of course we have Leo's son, Hawk, who's played by Forrest Goodluck. And what happened? A certain situation happens. I don't want to spoil that, but like the trailer says, a certain situation happens where Tom Hardy does murder Glass's son, and Glass gets attacked beforehand. He does get attacked by a grizzly bear. He's hurt. Some circumstances happen, so Tom Hardy does kill Leonardo DiCaprio's son. I'm just gonna say their names, and then you have this not only this revenge flick on your hands because Leo survives and he wants to get revenge on Tom Hardy for killing his son, but you have crazy is that you have most of the film, it's a survival flick. Most of this film is a survival flick. So if you don't like survival flicks where basically it's man versus nature, then you're not going to probably have a really great time in this. And I could see people saying, damn, this is a slow movie, this and that. I did not feel that way whatsoever. I thought the pacing was very well handled. And that you have to applaud because of, first of all, the acting. Leo, if he's going to win an Oscar, here's the film. Here's the film where he could just shut up everybody because everybody keeps saying like, hey, yeah, all he does is scream and this and that. You do not get really any dialogue from Leo in this film. He has to convey everything he's enduring with emotion. And it's not tell, it's show, which I love beautifully. They said that for the Star Wars film, and I said, yeah, they showed me a lot more than telling me, but still, I don't think it was executed right. This is how you execute that. I mean, there's a lot of things in this film where you get it. You get it. You don't need any more. You get it. So Leonardo DiCaprio does a fantastic job of handling everything that he's given. Tom Hardy, the biggest son of a bitch in movie history. This guy's Fitzgerald is such an asshole in this. He is such an asshole. But first of all, you could hear Tom Hardy in what he says, and then he just plays like there was one particular scene in this film where he's talking to Will Poulter's character, and it's a close up on Tom Hardy's face, and this guy just exudes crazy. The Mad Max you saw in Fury Road, that's not the Mad Max. The Mad Max you want to see is in this film, because this motherfucker looked crazy. This guy had the eyes going, the stories. I mean, this guy was crazy. It was bravo to Tom Hardy, because Leo and Tom, they don't outweigh each other. It's actually pretty even race. They actually really do. It's crazy because Leo gets to perform with a lot of things, obstacles in his way. He has to convey it with emotion, while Tom Hardy, same thing with emotion and stuff, but he gets most of the dialogue, and he nails this dialogue. He tells, when he's saying something, it just slithers out of his mouth, because he's like, God damn, I hate you, Tom. I hate you right now. But Fitzgerald is a great asshole in this film. Of course, he's an asshole because he's an asshole. It would have been nice if he was a little bit more complex than that, but it's a simple story. Like I said, it's a simple story. It's a revenge flick, yet it's a survivalist flick. And oh my God, man, the cinematography was very beautiful, very beautiful. The direction, hands down, was the best part of this film, because this film could be very, very boring. It could leave you just like, I'm sick of this shit. I mean, yes, the acting is great, but there's nothing really here for me. The direction, just like Birdman, I was more interested in the characters and definitely the story in this film, especially this film, because it was just more engaging, more interesting, and I'll get to that in a moment. But Birdman also did a great job. It kept me engaged and interested, not as much as this film, but because of the direction. And the direction, my God, man, some of these tracking and long take shots are so beautifully handled, especially the very beginning. This guy is starting to become one of my favorite directors, because he knows how to work the camera. Everything he does is so smooth, and it could go in one angle and it's just panning around, and then it goes to another angle just like that, and it's like a little close up, and you get the feeling like you're right there, like you're in the dirt, like you're in the grit. And I think the direction is just, this guy is up for another Oscar nomination, guaranteed, because this motherfucker knows how to direct. This guy knows where the camera needs to be. This guy knows how to direct his actors, or what emotions to convey, and he knows a director's job is to get the cinematographer, get the writing, get the actors, get everything in line. He is the boss man. He's the one that's calling the shots. He is pretty much moving the traffic along and never having to stop. This guy knows exactly what he's doing behind the camera, and it's just so beautiful to watch. He might be, I mean, you talk about great directors out there. I mean, we have Quentin Tarantino's movie Hateful Eight coming out, which is going to be probably fantastic. You have Christopher Nolan, who's out there as well. Whedon. I mean, so many fantastic directors out there, but I don't think I've seen this year. And then you had JJ with Star Wars Episode 7, but of course, every director has a different kind of way they have to direct a film. And this guy, though, every time I see, I know when I'm going into one of his films, it's going to be so well directed, and it is fantastic. It is fantastic what this guy did in this film, because I think a lot of my praise for this film has to go with direction. A lot of my engaged moments and a lot of me still watching this film is because of this guy's direction. And the film as well, like I said, is the acting is fantastic across the board. Never did I feel Domhnall Gleeson dropped the ball, or Will Poulter, my bad, Will Poulter dropped the ball. No, like everybody in this film does a fantastic job. So also, But like I said, the script is very simplistic. But what I love about this too, and what got me engaged and got me interested in where the survival instincts came, is when Leonardo DiCaprio is trying to survive like every element, and he's in this setting is so perfect because it's all snow, it's winter. They're trying to get their pallets or whatever you want to call them. That they're on a job basically. Leo and everybody else is on the job. The job goes awry a little bit, so they because of Indians. Indians are coming to pretty much take over the ship. But what I loved about the setting in here, it's first of all, it's very beautiful. The setting, the location, very beautiful. But you felt those harsh conditions. There's blizzards. There's Leo's like crawling all over the place, like the first half of this film. There's crazy, rivers. There's just it's like whitewater rafting all over again. I was like, oh damn, I want to go whitewater rafting right now. But my God, man, what's the villain in here? What hits you the most is just this location and just the harsh weather conditions these guys have to go through. You feel every step they're taking, every breath they're taking, how hard it is. Especially when Leo's hurt in the beginning of this film, they're trying to carry him. Like it hits you. It hits you, and you back in your mind like, I never want to fucking do anything, walk, whatever. I never want to be where they're at right now. And there's just so much shit that you just feel it. I love the setting when you just feel that. So, but there is some nitpicks. There definitely is some picks in here where I'm like, I don't know about that. And that's when definitely when Leo, his recovery, because he does. Oh, I gotta say the bear, like you see it in the trailer, right? You see Leo versus the bear. They don't show you much, and great job not showing much, because when that bear attacks him, it is beautifully done. Like that scene that was probably the best scene. I mean, there's a lot of great scenes in this film, especially towards the end, but that scene just really got me like, holy shit, like it was really well done, that scene. Leo versus bear, man, bear, pig. But what kind of got me too was how the recovery of Leo, of Glass. Like Glass was just so, like he was Glass. He was broken glass. And I just don't buy that he would be able to really walk around as much as he did in this film, especially being attacked by a bear and just really. And if you see that scene, you're like, holy shit, this guy. No, anybody else, he's dead. He is dead. So there's that. Honestly, I think that was the only really gripe I had about it. I think I had one more, but honestly, this film is just so fantastically done. I highly recommend you check this out at least once. I know it's not a rewatch every single time, but it's a marvel to just at least watch it once. It's definitely worth your time. The acting is stellar. The direction is stellar. There is little nitpicks here and there, but location, setting, everything about the music even. Oh, there was one little nitpick. Some scenes also, like the flashbacks that Leo's character Glass has, it reminded me of, I believe that movie's called Tree of Life with Brad Pitt, where it felt too artsy to me. It wasn't. I appreciate the fact that they're trying with the flashbacks and stuff. I think that's one thing I liked about Pan was the flashbacks. They actually did a fantastic job there. I know I'm right. But yeah, I thought the flashbacks in here was just a little bit way too artsy, a little bit too much Tree of Life for me. But that's just a little gripe. That's just a little gripe indeed. This film is just overall, I think it's up there as one of my best films because it's crazy, man. We've got a lot of great films, and Domhnall Gleeson seems like he's coming up, so that's great. And if Leo does win the Oscar for this film, I totally see it because he really just. He did everything what everybody says that, the nitpicks they give his performance. He's done everything the opposite of it. He said, you know what, all right, I'll show you that I could really act. And at first, it was that first act, and a little bit towards the second too, it's Tom Hardy's film. It is downright Tom Hardy's film. But then Leo takes over when he has to survive, and it's fantastic. Like, he really showed. I mean, there was one particular scene, too, in this film. I was just really, really, really sad. When you watch this film, you know exactly what I mean. But that's really all I have to say, guys. I mean, fantastic film. Check it out. I guarantee you won't be disappointed if you love survival flicks, if you love revenge flicks too. But if you love stellar casting, stellar acting, stellar direction, this is a film for you. So please hit that subscribe button. I would really appreciate it, so I could keep on. Nah, I'm just kidding. Just hit that subscribe button if you think Leo should get an Oscar, and like the video if you like it, and comment below. Love to hear your guys' thoughts if you've seen this film, and when you are going to watch it, I hope you watch it because I highly recommend it. Just let me know. What was your gripes about it, and what was the fantastic things you thought about it. So, like I always say, guys, grab a tick, grab a seat, make sure you got some good popcorn to eat. I'll see you at the cinema. Bye, guys.